It's that time. Gotta start the jingle. And then I'll invite you up. Just hold tight. Stay where you're at. Hi, Suze. They're coming in. Trickle them in here. Let's do it.
The Ironhead Challenges Show.
Today's guest is Robin Henkel. And he is an awesome guitar player. He does blues. He can do most anything. And he has quite the history with music. I'm fascinated every time I go to his lives. So let's get him up here. Let's have a chat. And we're going to enjoy the chill, right? See, yeah. The chat and chill show. Here we go. Yay! Robin, let me find you. I'm going to invite you. Where are you at? Right there. I'm going to invite you up right now. There you go. All right, Robin. Oh, and I have to change hold on, let me change this around here. The format, back to a grid. There we go. We're back to a grid. There he is.
Hey, hey, hey.
But we can't see you, buddy.
What do I have to do?
You know how to turn on your camera?
Do I know how to turn my camera on?
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Hey, Storm, you're here. Tech guy. I need my tech man. My tech man, what does he do?
You'll
Doesn't he
connect
just
using audio only.
You just push.
Oh, there you go.
And there's a camera.
Ah,
Did you find it?
I think
there
so.
There it is. Yay!
Ta-da!
All right, everybody, it's Robin. Give it up to Robin,
My
right?
people. My people.
He's here, and some of your people are here too.
No, your people.
And some of my people are here. Yeah, make sure you share this out here, folks, and get more in here because he deserves it. He is like awesome. Definitely.
Now, all I see on your side, I don't see your face. I just see a thing that says live paused. Host will be back soon.
Okay. I'm here. I see both of us. Okay. Now, I'm going to ask the chat. In the chat, do you see both of us?
No, I don't. I see a thing for you, and it says live paused. Host will be back soon.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, they're seeing both of us. And I'm seeing both of us. So what should he do? I need my
I guess I'm the odd man out, huh?
Hi, Teresa. You see both. Maybe, I hate to say it, but you want to go out and then come back in?
Okay.
Let's try this again. What do you think? Is that what we should do, everyone? Try it again for him because he needs to see both of us.
Let's see. I'm going to hit this button that says more first. Feedback report, blah, 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 background settings. I don't think that's it.
I just kicked him out. I just kicked him out and I'm going to re-invite him back in. Okay, everybody. You know, there's always tech issues. Okay, back in. Okay. I kicked you out and I invited you back in. You're such a teacher. I did this all day long. Yes, cool. Now, can you see us?
No, I see me again.
What in the world's going on?
Let me see. What else are possibilities here?
Okay, in the chat, thank you for letting me know. They see both.
Okay.
But you can only hear me.
What is this thing that says modify live status?
We can hear. Can you hear us? Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you fine.
Okay. Now, are you on a mobile? So Storm down here is my tech guy. Whenever I'm stuck on something,
I'm on a mobile. Do you want me to come in on my laptop?
So Storm, would it help if he be on his laptop? Would it be the cache maybe he needs to clear? Multi-guest on his, okay, I don't understand. Explain in English for me. Multi-guest.
I see a thing that says multi-guest.
Okay. No, it's fine on mobile. Okay. So should he clear his cache maybe? Would that allow him to see? Or is this just a TT thing? It may be a TT thing. Hi, Sandy D. How you doing? We're having a little tech issue. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah. There's no problem on my end, or maybe there is a problem on my end. But what I see for you is it says live paused, host will be back soon.
Okay, hold on. Storm just said Yeah, have him go to multi-guest. I think this is TT. Oh, so
Okay.
you mean as a multi-guest, he should start his own live and invite him in that way? Is that what you're saying? I know you guys can see and hear, but he's having issues. I don't know. Every once in a while, we have issues. If Robin can hear, we can hear and see both. Okay. If you're okay with just hearing me, maybe we should just continue.
We can just continue. That's
because
fine.
they can hear and see both of us.
Okay. Well, that's fine with me. If somebody has an idea.
Okay. Well,
I
we'll
can
just
see the thing that says multi-guest, but I don't.
If not, then have him exit the live and clear cache. You know, I had to have little Ironhead come and clear my cache out for me the first time.
Okay.
I didn't know where to go.
So I do that by going into my settings?
Yeah, you have to go into settings. Yeah. So what you would have to do, you'd have to leave the live. You'd have to go into your main settings account, those three little lines at the right, and it's about halfway down, and it's make more space or something. I don't know. How's that work, Storm? Here, I'm gonna pretend on my iPad for a moment. Let me see if I can do that. Okay, so if I go to my profile and I hit those lines in the top, go settings and privacy, and it's all the way down to free up space. That's it.
Okay. Well, I'll try that right now. So I should exit this live right now, right?
Okay. Go exit.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
I can kill time. It's what I did for a living. Yeah, everybody, I'm sorry. We're having a little tech issue. He's going to clear his cache. We had that yesterday, and I think it was Cool's live. Somebody had to go clear cache, and she came back, and everything was fine. Remember that, Em? Okay, so I clear my cache pressing TT icon on apps, list in my phone, and then clear option pops up. I don't know. That's the way Little Ironhead taught me. That's the only way I know how to clear mine. So I clear my cache before every show because one time I remember Music Matt, you were here. I was trying to bring you up, and every time I brought you up in the box, it would kick you out. And I'd bring you back up, and it would kick you out. And it was because of the cache. Yeah. Oh, hi. Pete O'Brien's in the house, everybody. Woo! Yes. Definitely. Teresa's here. Yeah. Yeah, it's different between Apple and, that could be an Apple and Google product. Yes, definitely. I understand. So we're talking, we're killing a little time for Robin to go clear his cache to come back. But you don't miss it. He's going to be really good. Next Tuesday, I can kill that time. Next Tuesday, we have Finn C. Gray is going to be our guest on Tuesday. He does music lives, but he also is a best-selling author. So, yeah. So we're going to have, hi, Lonnie. You're dropping in to say hi. Oh, thank you, Pete. Yeah, we're having tech issues. So we're trying to kill a little time, and we're going to get going here in a minute. We're running a little late. Thursday's guest is having some issues with some things, and it looks as though I may have to reschedule. So if I do, Thursday's a TBA, to be announced, because that's the hardest part of this whole job is scheduling. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, say hi to everybody. Yeah, try to keep everybody here. He should be right back. Yes, definitely. So anyway, but then let me talk about May while we have a couple minutes to kill. May is going to be Music Month. Yeah, so Tuesdays and Thursdays will be musical guests. Yeah, definitely. Musical guests. And Tuesdays, we're going to try it. We're going to move to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Tuesdays. Oh, here he is. Just to give people a chance. I heard me. Okay, Robin.
Yes.
Can you see me?
We did it.
Do we have, yay!
We did it.
Clearing that cache. It's all those lives you do.
Oh my God, we did it.
So I was just reminiscing with them when Music Matt was one of my guests. every time I would invite him up in the box, it would kick him out. And he'd come up and he'd kick out and kick up. And they said, go clear a cache. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. So my daughter, little Ironhead, just happened to be home. And so she had to come upstairs and go to my phone. And so now I'm paranoid. I clear my cache before every live.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what happens if you do a lot of lives and you don't clear that cache. Eventually it's going to catch up to you. So
I haven't cleared it for over 2 years.
yeah.
So maybe some of the weird stuff that happens will stop happening now. Like a lot of times I'll look and it'll see there are like 3 people watching me and there's already like 10 people in the comments. So I'm going, what the hell's going on, you know?
Yeah, right. Oh, thank you. Whoever gave Tank.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You guys are teaching me stuff.
Yeah. So I don't know if you need to clear it out every time. I'm just a little excessive.
Right.
But I do that so I remember how to do it.
Right.
Because if I go a year and I'll be going, I don't know. But if I do it every time, it makes me remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to come on your live again so they can teach me how to do it.
Well, we're just a few minutes over, but it's okay. We're going to get started on our interview, right? So
Sure.
How you been doing?
Well, I'm doing fine. You know, I've been, the last month or so has been pretty busy.
Thank you, Storm.
It's been like super busy. One show, rehearsal. My main goal has been to finish up some recording that I started in November. I did 2 recording sessions. And right after that, I started not feeling very good. I got bored. Sometimes you put so much work into these projects that you never want to see them again, you know. But anyway, I got over all of that in January and I started working on it. And then by the time we hit like February, March, it's not so much that there were a lot of gigs, although there were a lot, but there are rehearsals and there's preparations, and I give guitar lessons 2 days a week. So it's like, you know, when people say, hey, call me when you get some free time, and I go,
right.
Free time, I love that.
Free time, what is that?
Let me look that up in the Urban Dictionary and see what that means, you know. So, you know, I tell people I'm busy even when I'm not busy because, you know, even when you have some downtime, a lot of times it gets filled up by, you know, planning diet, doing the laundry, you know, cleaning the cat box, and all of that kind of stuff. So you need to have some clear headspace. So anyway, March was real busy, and now I just opened up a space where I'm free. I have a lot more free time in April. Or wait a minute, in May than I did in April. So I'm really kind of happy about that. Only have about 5 shows this month rather than 10 or more. So it's
well, let's start with, for the people that don't know, I am Ironhead_66, the host of Chat and Chill. This is our guest here, Robin Henkel. The first question I always ask is what time zone, because people in the chat are from all over the world. So what time zone are you in?
I had to look it up. It's called PDT, Pacific Daylight Time.
Yes.
Sometimes they call it Pacific Standard Time, PST.
Right. That's what I grew up with. Because I say Central Standard Time, but either one works.
We've been joking around that it sounds like the name of a new mental disorder, or it sounds like the name of a drug or something like that. But cops got he says, you got any drugs in the car? Yeah, I got PDT. You want to have some?
Oh, I need my rim shot. Da-da-da.
Yeah, I haven't had that happen a lot.
So you're near San Diego, correct?
I live in San Diego. I live in Scripps Ranch, which is kind of a suburb of San Diego.
Okay, and I know when I've gone to your lives, you're encouraged to vote in the San Diego Music Awards, and so you don't know yet whether you've won or not, correct, for this year?
No. They're going to announce the winners on Tuesday next week at the awards show. And I think the voting went from like February to the end of March. And I have to thank that, you know, I've never really encouraged people to vote. You know, I think a lot of the performers, you know, if I can be perfectly honest, like to hide behind this false humility. Well, I don't care if I win, and, you know, all of that shit like that. So, but you know, we don't want to look like we're aggressive, egotistical jerks as people or performers or whatever. So, you know, sometimes getting on Facebook or TikTok and say, "Hey, vote for me, vote for me, vote for me." You know, like I just don't do that. But for some reason this year, I didn't make it a hard sell, but I told people, you know what? I've got a substantial following in TikTok, and that could push things over the top. So,
I
you know,
know I
I
voted.
just want to thank everybody. As some people, especially, were like voting like every day because you can vote every day. That's inside the
Mm-hmm.
rules.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
so
use
it'll be interesting
more than
because,
one account too. By the way,
yeah,
I use more than one account.
right. And so, and what they do, it used to be that some categories were decided by a panel of judges. Like for best CD, it would be decided by a panel of judges,
Mm-hmm.
like agents and people that own clubs and people that are in the music business in some kind of official capacity. And then for the best artist, best blues, best hip hop, best rap, best rock and roll, best new artist, best alternative, best country, those would be decided by the general public. Now they've got it all smeared together, so it's probably weighted half and half. Like, you know, I hate to say it's the death of democracy, but the thing is, if people, but the thing is, that kind of democracy is a popularity contest anyway, you know.
Yeah.
So they if the public votes one person in and the panel of judges agrees or don't agree, they kind of combine all of that and make their decisions that way.
Okay. Well,
So you
that's good.
really know
It's
what?
not just popularity.
Yeah, it
It's not
used to
just
be.
all popularity. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, well, I know that's in a lot of not professions. You know, the people who get the awards are usually the kiss ups.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
It was like that in education too.
I think in general, in the past years that I've won this award 4 times before.
So
So
you've won it 4 times before.
there's a part of me that says they should give it to somebody that's new, that's upcoming, that
Mm-hmm.
you know has put a lot of work in. I mean, there was one guy named Jaime Valle that was a Latin jazz artist, and he won
Mm-hmm.
Best Latin Jazz every year for almost 20 years.
Oh my
And it's like
goodness.
when people would say, "And now we're going to announce the winner for Best Latin Jazz," and the audience would be,
And he just stand up and start
"Jaime
walking
Valle,"
before it was announced.
because he's good. You know what are you going to say? You know
Yeah.
he's great. But
He's the goat, the
anyway,
greatest of all time, huh?
yeah, he's anyway. So I don't know. I'm just really.
So
I
for
just
people
want.
that don't know, you were nominated under blues, the blues
Yeah,
category.
best blues artist.
For everybody that
They have a category
blues
for best
artists.
blues CD, and they have one for best
Mm-hmm.
blues artist. And this time I'm nominated for best blues artist. And
So
I'm in the
let's talk
same.
about your.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was
You
going
go
to say,
ahead.
it's funny that when they do this, you're in the same category. All the people in the category that are people would vote for or against are your friends. You know, like
Oh.
Whitney Shea. There's a band called Black Market 3. There's Chicken Bone Slim. There's Taryn Donath. These are all the people that are in that category, and they're all friends of mine. We all know each other, which is
Okay.
kind of fun.
Yeah,
You know?
so you're up against friends. It can be fun. It can be not so fun.
Yeah. No. Well, I'm not saying.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody is gonna, be a
No,
jerk. about it.
no one cares. It's just like
Yeah, it's just
It's-
I think
yeah.
it's more fun just to go to the awards and all hang out together. You know?
Oh, okay. So I had someone make a comment down in the chat that I'm supposed to ask you about your education.
My education is
You went to a university.
I don't talk this up very much.
Okay.
But I have a degree in political science.
Oh, okay.
And
So you have a degree. I have a couple of those degrees, not in that, but I do have a couple degrees too.
what are your degrees
So,
in?
yeah. Mine's in education.
Uh-huh.
So I have a bachelor's and a master's, and I was working on a specialist until life got in the way.
Uh-huh.
Shh.
Did you
Yeah,
did you
life-
follow a career in see, I'm gonna turn this around now. We're gonna
Yeah, turn around. Yeah, interview
We're
me
gonna
too.
interview
Hey, here
you.
you go. Cool. Yeah, I was a special ed teacher for 34 years.
Really?
Yeah, I'm retired now. And now what do? I get on TikTok and I interview people.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
So
there you
yeah.
go.
Hi, do you Italian?
But
Yeah,
I
so
think, think a university or any kind of education, yeah, I mean, teaches you how to use a library. It teaches you how to speak the language. Whether you use it or not, you know, it's there for your ability to use for whatever situation you apply it for.
Oh, absolutely. But hey, let's talk about your TikTok presence since we're on
Okay.
TikTok. So you have lives is it every day?
Every single day at 8 o'clock in the morning, California time.
Your time. So it's like about 10 for me, which is good. That's about when I'm really getting motivated.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, it's retirement life, right? Yeah, I used to be up at 6 every morning for years.
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of like, I get up when I get up. The dogs don't like it, but I don't care. Dun,
Yeah.
dun, shh. Anyway, where was I going with that? So you're on every morning. How long are your lives? About how long are you on?
Generally an hour. Every once in a while, I have to cut one short because of something I have to do shortly after it. And then sometimes I just get so into it that, you know, they go on for an hour and a half. They've gone as long as
Yeah.
2 hours or more. But generally an hour is the benchmark.
About
you
an
know?
hour. So you start your day, you usually have your cup of coffee and
Yeah. I
you
still
switch
kind of
different
wake up.
guitars.
I still wake up
Go
kind of
ahead.
early. You know, I used to be in a pattern of waking up really seriously early, like 5:30, and
Yeah.
go for a walk in the dark. I live in
Oh.
an area that's a eucalyptus forest, and
Oh,
to
okay.
walk in the dark down these old paths and or you know on the sidewalk and stuff. And sometimes I get home, you know, before 6:30, and it'll still be dark, and that just felt so good to be awake when everybody else is still asleep or just waking up. Get my coffee. I don't do it every day, but I try to meditate every day, and I sit down with a pad of paper and write down what's important to me, like what do I want to do that day. And just kind of reevaluate my life. You know, I say, I want to put out another CD, and I'll be busting ass, working. And at a certain point, you go, why do I want this in the first place? It's okay to question our goals and be honest with ourselves on a daily basis because, you know, sometimes we change. And I think sometimes as human beings, we can be highly, highly motivated and at the same time be stuck in our own pattern and our own little paradigms of thinking. And we never really question what we do. So I think it's a good idea to question what I do on a regular basis.
Oh, I agree.
Usually I'm going to come up and say, this is, you know, I want my music to come out and I want to put out another record. But I mean, the reason for that might shift, you know?
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. But I know you do your lives every morning, but
yeah.
occasionally you do some at night. Could you explain to
What
the chat
happens for
about
me
that?
is that when I have a performance at a nightclub or a party or you know wherever I happen to be playing,
Uh-huh.
uh, as long as it's okay and there's a Wi-Fi at the place that I'm performing, I'll live stream from there. So last Tuesday or last Monday, for example, I played in a show that it was all the nominees of the blues category playing together in the same club. Because you know, whenever there's a big event like the San Diego Music Awards, they try to milk it for as much response as they can do. So
Oh, yeah.
there'll be more than one pre-party. So they have like a nominees show. So I did that, and so I had to. So it was at a club. It was really cool. It was a club that was built in 1942, and there's a picture on the wall of the two women that started this club, and one of them's wearing bobby socks, and they have
Oh
those
my.
old-fashioned 1940s haircut. This is not a put
Yeah.
on. This is for real. This is a real
Yeah.
photograph, and it's in an old neighborhood, just kind of that had a lot of the old signage on it, you know,
Uh-huh.
and like. And now it's become more of a Vietnamese neighborhood. So mixed in with the old American signage of liquor stores and hotels, there's all of the different shopping grocery stores and getting your place. You get your nails done and like, you know, food places, Vietnamese. And on top of that, you walk out on the street, there's this juxtaposition of these different cultures. about a block over, really loud, somebody's playing opera.
Oh,
Loud in
really?
the street. And you hear this woman's voice, and I'm going, what the hell? It's like, it made me feel like I was in a real city with all of this, all these cultures coming together. It
Right?
was bizarre. But I never played there before. The name of this place is Till 2.
Okay, till
And
two.
I asked the bartender, do you have Wi-Fi? Because I'd like to live stream this on TikTok. And she said, yeah, sure.
Hmm.
And she gives me the Wi-Fi password. And I
Uh-huh.
do that in just about every club that I play in. In fact, I've already gone and done that. So when I go to a club I've played before, I just pop, it just automatically puts me on their Wi-Fi. And so I'll do a live show. Sometimes it's with my band. I have a three-piece
Hmm.
horn section, three-piece rhythm section. So it's a six-piece band playing jazz,
Right.
funk, and originals. I've really prided myself, or for better or for worse, at I don't play songs off the radio. I don't play, popular songs. I don't see the art in that. Um, Sometimes when you're up on stage and people leave you a large tip, hey, I sell out just as easy as anybody. But the thing is, when it
Hmm.
comes to artistic expression, like, a request for Johnny Cash or the Beatles just leaves me
Hmm.
flat. It just, like, for one,
Yeah.
it's just, actually, what I've had to learn is to not be degrading in that way. Um, it might be my own ego that makes me not want to do that stuff, but
Hmm.
I shouldn't take, the person is asking me to do that probably because they're tuning into my vibe and they're going, wow, this guy'd sound great doing Johnny Cash. I'd like to hear that, and I need to,
Yeah.
like, have some respect
Oh, I
for
agree.
that.
And you know what? When I first listened to you, I thought, oh, he's just really a cool guy here on TikTok. I had no idea you were on Apple Music. Are you on any other platforms people can listen to outside of
Um,
TikTok?
I'm on Spotify,
Uh-huh.
Apple Music. There's probably lots and lots of things on YouTube, things that I've put up. In
Hmm.
fact, a lot of things I'd like to take down. They're just kind of so old they don't work anymore.
Right.
And
Yeah.
also, oftentimes people will shoot video when you're out in public playing, and they'll post it without even asking you. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
that happens. In fact, I was
Well,
joking around with a friend of mine, and he was complaining about how people just, they'll come right up to the stage and they'll shoot you with their camera. And he was saying, he was saying that he thinks that's uncool. But my take on it is giving that all of us need to adjust to the modern world. Things are changing faster than ever before. And
mhm.
my take on that is that if somebody's going to take video of me on a live show and then put it up on TikTok, I want it to be damn good. So I'm going to play really good. I'm going to show off. I'm going to
Yeah.
make faces
Yeah.
at the camera. I'm going to be a real goof and have it be fun and entertaining. In fact, I even tell people, if you want to shoot video, don't be like 30 feet away from the stage. Get right up in my face because this is where it's happening. So
Hmm.
it really is fun.
Well, we could be talking all day, I'm sure, because you're so fascinating, and I love it in your lives when you share history. Like you've not just played blues all your life. You've been in different kinds of bands, playing different kinds of genres of music. And just to give them a glimpse here in the chat, and some of the people here already probably know that, but for my people who don't, you were in a rock band. You did what, disco?
I was in
You
a
did,
I was in a rock band when I graduated from college, which was in '73.
uh-huh.
We had a three-piece hard rock band that played, Jimi Hendrix, Cream, Rolling Stones, ZZ Top, The Who,
Hmm.
and that band was called Jambalaya, and that band
Hmm.
had about a 3-year run. And then after that, I got in a band that played kind of jazz fusion, and that band didn't really go very well.
Hmm.
But we did do gigs. That band was called Imagine or Island, I think, and
Okay.
then that puts us to about 1976. Then I got in a disco band, and these guys were more senior musicians to me. I mean, at the time I was like, what, 27 years old or so, And but the guys in this band some of them were more experienced than I was. And so I really learned a lot about musicianship playing with these guys, even though disco was definitely not my first choice of music.
Right.
Some of that pop music and some of that commercially, presented music has the highest budgeted, the best musicians, the best producers, the best everything. So just to be going boom, chicka boom, chicka boom, chicka boom, chicka boom, chicka boom, chicka boom, and like getting those bass lines to just rock hard. The drummer in that band was just solid as a freaking rock. When he started playing, you weren't just hearing a guy playing the drums. You were hearing this groove that like took you over. It would like pull you into his spell almost. It wasn't just notes. It was like there was this passionate. There was a motor inside that groove, and that's where I was. Where people say they had various experiences in life and were schooled by that particular job or that experience. That was a very schooling education for me in how to groove, because I took that with me every other place I went. Shortly after that, I got in a band with my roommates, and that was a combination of some current top 40, as that was in like 79 or so, 78. And that, but we also like to do funk and jazz fusion.
Okay.
After that, I got in a band with Johnny Allman, who was the saxophone player that played with John Mayall back in the 60s in this band called Blues Breakers. And so that was really the first and probably one of the only famous people that I had actually played with. And I mean, he's not that big, but he had retired and moved to Escondido, which is an adjacent community. So we had a band together for about 3 years. And that band did really well in some ways and not so well in other. We did a lot of warm-up acts because of Johnny's name. I've done warm-up acts for people that were a lot bigger than me.
Okay, yeah. Somebody was saying that in the chat. I was reading it. I didn't forget. Like, you've opened for B.B. King and
I've opened for B.B. King twice, Arlo Guthrie. I almost have to pull up my website and read it. There's so
a
many.
lot of famous people that you've opened up for.
That a lot of times when people see that on a bio, they think that those people or that you're buddy.
You just opened for them.
No, I just came in and played, and a lot of those people, a lot of them I didn't even meet, but I opened for Bonnie Raitt. I opened for a lot of the old blues guys that if I mentioned their names, most people wouldn't know who they were because they're just like old people, But
so, my question is, how did you end up with blues? You just decided this is it. You got the feeling, the inspiration of.
It's kind of
talk to you.
It's like a person's life or creative path or work path can, go through various back and forth things. When I was about 10 years old, my parents took me to see the first for real black blues man that I'd ever seen, blues player, and his name was Josh White. And he knocked my socks off. He just really was inspiring. And my dad had me go backstage and get his autograph. And he was a really sweet man. He was and Josh White was not only a blues musician. A lot of the blues musicians kind of have fallen into this stereotype of they do songs about being drunk and their women lost them and their work or they hate their boss or things that's like that's not degrading. I'm just saying that's what
that's
a lot
the way
of
it is. Yeah.
But this guy was a social activist. This guy was really standing up for equality in a sense of like Martin Luther King, but he just wasn't an activist as far as being in the public eye, but he was a performer that did songs about. He had a song called "The Free and Equal Blues" that said it was sung to the melody of the St. James Infirmary, and he said, "I went to the St. James Infirmary. I saw the doctor there. I up and asked the doctor man, is the donor doctor fair? The doctor laughed a great big laugh, and he puffed it right in my face. He says, a molecule, son, is a molecule, and the damn thing has no race." And the song goes on to explain that if you break down all the chemicals in a human being's body, there's a certain amount of phosphorus and sulfur and, you know, water and all of this stuff. And he says, if you add all those chemicals up together, it's worth about 75 cents. And that was kind of, but it doesn't matter if you're black or yellow or what race you are. You know, the component of your chemicals in your body is worth 75 cents. Anyway, so he made that kind of a humorous political or social statement. So he was a powerful influence. But then, of course, as a teenager, I got into Louie Louie, oh no, and electric guitar, and played in a band that played soul music before I started playing professionally. We played James Brown and Temptations and stuff like that. Is when I was 17 years old and the oldest one in the band. And then band after band after band after band, coming up to about 1989, I got in a band that played blues, and I just kind of stayed there at that point because, you know, some of these people in these bands that are fans of whatever style of music they do, they're like really freaking intense about it. Like there's a right way to play Howlin' Wolf and a wrong way. And if you play the song like the Yardbirds did it, screw you. If you play the way Howlin' Wolf did it, then you're cool. You know, so I mean there's kind of this, you know, this anal retentive way of, you know, judging how you're supposed to, you know, it's like being kind of an elitist attitude about how it's supposed to be done. And the thing is, on one hand, I can kind of talk down about that. And on the other hand, I've been influenced by that in a way that it's really helped me dig into the real roots of some of this stuff. So at that time, I got, you know, I'd always been playing Robert Johnson tunes, but I got into Robert Johnson. I got into Muddy Waters, Skip James, Mississippi Fred McDowell. I started buying cassettes because that's what we were listening to in 1989 was cassettes. Of all of this stuff. And I think one of the things that influenced me the most was somebody gave me a video cassette, and it had a bunch of blues musicians on it that were not necessarily professional musicians. They were people that worked out on the farms, people that played guitar with dirty hands, and, you know, just like they didn't have that slick polish that professionals have.
Right.
They had that kind of out in the field, dirt, that raw vibe to them. And that helped me more and more and more.
Well, I hate to interrupt you, Robin, but I've been asked a couple times in here, are you going to play for us?
Sure.
Okay. So could you have different guitars. It's really amazing when you go to his lives. There's orange. There's
orange right
there's orange. So would you like him to use orange, everyone? Because he's really good with orange. But he's got it's amazing. Yeah. So listen to this. What are you going to play for us, Robin? Because they really want to hear you.
I never know what I'm going to play.
I don't either. We just make it up as we go on the show.
I hardly even do songs anymore. It's just like I'll just start playing.
You just start playing and make it up. You do that. You do you.
Well, I mean, the lyrics I've done before, but I'll find myself like
exactly
a groove. And what I sing, sometimes when I'm playing with a band, I'll just start a groove like that, and I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just like, I mean, I've done it a million times, right? And like the bass player will look at me and have this terrified look on her face and go, what song is this? What song is this? Because she wants to get on top of it, you know?
Yeah.
And I go, I don't know. You know?
Whack, whack.
But I'll make it so that you understand what I'm doing. I'm not going to leave you out in the cold or nothing.
So listen to this, everyone.
The whole night long. Rolling and a tumbling, I cried the whole night long. Oh, woke up this morning and all I had was gone. Well, I will dive to the bottom, never would I come up. When I say I don't know what I'm gonna do or what I'm doing, I think it's one of the cool things is how easily one groove segues into another groove. And you can pop back and forth from one groove to another. I can't control it. I can't stop. Watch my feet. Calling my bro and he was talking shit. Calling my gal and she was in a fit. I went to Bucky Wucky, something fell on my head. I got home and my hamster was dead. And ain't nothing worse than a dead hamster. Bucky Wucky to get my fix. Mermaid on a Pepsi, quit looking at my tits. Standing in line, I dropped all of my pennies. Barista said, we haven't any until I get a coffee. I'm going to pout. But the boy just said, they all owl. People in line are starting to shout. And everybody's pissed. Walking on the street like they was royally dissed. Couple of miles, dude cuts me off like it was going out of style. Used to do the same until they called me Pops, but now it's time for me to bust your chops. Now I don't know where the cops went. When you act like that, your life is your punishment. I don't care if you come to your senses. Don't bother me because I'm passive aggressive. Everybody is pissed. Everybody is pissed. Walking on the street like it was royally dissed. Oh. Come here, guitar. I got to keep moving, keep moving. Blues was falling down like hell. Oh, I got to keep on moving. Blues is falling down like hell. And the day keeps reminding me there's a hellhound on my trail. Aw, shucks. Thank you.
What happened? I was trying to time that out. I don't think I did it right, but it's okay. Wow. Did you hear him play, everyone? They were going crazy in the chat. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're going crazy now. Yeah, look at that applause in that chat. Look at that applause. So some of you in here in the chat have heard him on his lives, and I recognize your names and you have faces. But some people are mesmerized. And in fact, she's one of my mods. She says, you are a guest that's going to be more than one day. Could you come back another time, too?
Of course I will.
Okay, because we
I
definitely
still
would love to
haven't,
have
I
you
still
back.
haven't interviewed you yet.
Hey, there you go, Cool. He wants to interview me. Would you like that, Cool? Because he's always teasing about I should be interviewed. Hey, Khaki Kill, how are you? So I have a couple questions from the chat, and I know I
Yeah.
need to acknowledge them. So Tiff was asking me if you know the Chubb brothers. Chubb
No,
brothers.
I
Did I get
don't.
that right? Okay, so she thought maybe you guys were in some of the same. She's in California, but she's in Northern California.
Okay, no, I
Yeah,
don't know.
he's your official favorite now, Em. Okay, oh, watch out, Cole. Yeah, Cole plays. He does a lot like Pink Floyd stuff. He does more covers,
Oh,
but
okay.
he's very good too. And we got all kinds of musicians that hang out around here.
Yeah, I
But
can see.
and then there were any other questions from the chat before I forget? Because I want to acknowledge you. Yes, we do love Robin. Yes, and we probably can get him to do maybe we'll see if he'll do at least one more for us.
Oh, of course I
but
will.
but he's a radical music other than blues. Does he know? Oh, do you know Kid Ramos?
Not personally, but he is a Kid Ramos, and what was the other one you mentioned? Kim Wilson.
Chubb? No.
Yeah, so there's another blues man named Kim Wilson, along with Kid Ramos. That I don't know them
Kim Wilson.
personally, but I know who these guys are. In fact, a lot of my friends go up to the Bay Area to record with them because they really have that whole thing very much dialed in and together. So I think Kim Wilson is a good friend of Billy Watson, who I used to do shows with, and Kim came to one of our shows. So I've met him before, but I've never played with him before.
Now, Storm asked, is that the resonator or tricone? Are you talking about the guitar?
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking? Okay.
So this guitar, you can't see it as well. Let me show you on a different one.
Let me switch the profile so we can see you bigger. Hold on here.
Okay. Hang on a sec. I gotta grab a guitar. I'll be right back.
Okay. I switch this and then I click on him and then I make it big. There you go, everyone. So you'll get to see him a little bigger. I think I figured it out. Okay.
Yeah,
I was going to do it in the middle of that song, but I didn't want to ruin it because it was so good.
Oh, that's okay. So anyway, so this guitar.
Tell us who the. Okay, what's it say? Tell us. Okay, go ahead. You finish that, and then I got another question.
See how this guitar looks like it's got a hubcap on the front of it? Mm-hmm. Well, underneath that thing is a metal cone, and it's in the shape of a speaker cone. And see, back in the 1920s, in the 1920s, they had electricity, they had amplification, they had all that stuff, but nobody had really developed the guitar pickup well enough so that they could put it on guitars and build them and market them. Mm-hmm. So the electric guitar pickup didn't come along until the mid 1930s. And so before that, they were experimenting with different ways to get a guitar louder. So behind this pan, I don't know if you can see it with the lighting, but if you can see through those slots, there's another piece of metal in there, and it's in the shape of a speaker. And the string energy is transferred to that, and it amplifies itself acoustically.
Oh, okay.
Because of that, it also has a characteristic sound. This one is not as rich and deep as a lot of the nice dobros, but this is an authentic one. This is from the 1930s.
Okay, we'll hear.
I'm going to try to flip my camera so you can see me in the right orientation. Maybe I shouldn't mess with it.
I just moved you maybe a little bigger. I don't know.
Anyway, so this is a dobro. Dobro is actually a derivative of a man's name, John Dopiera, who is a Slavic Czech that came to the United States, and both him and his brothers built guitars. And before they built this guitar, the dobro, they worked at the company that made this guitar, which is called National. I love these old decals, so I always like to show them. I don't know if you can see that clearly, but there's a badge right there, and it says National Duolian. So this guitar was made in 1937, and just like this one,
Yeah.
the decal is completely worn off. But anyway, so in 1929, John Doe Piera and the company National, there was a fellow named who owned the company called Beecham, and he was more of a capitalist entrepreneur. Dobro was much more of kind of an old school, artisan, and they built guitars together, but they eventually kind of bumped heads personality wise. And so John Doe Piera got ticked off and quit. And so he started the company that made this guitar. So this guitar is pretty much the work of John Doe Piera. And then, but this other guitar I'm going to show you right now is the first one that was made at the original company. And this is called a tricone. And the reason it's called a tricone is because instead of having one large resonator pan, it's got three small pans. Now, when you look at this thing, it's a pretty beastly looking contraption.
Wow.
And you can't really look at it and see, you can't really see where the cones are, but you see that shape on the front of it that's kind of like a T shape there and there.
Yes.
At the outer extremity of each one of those T's, there's about a 4-inch diameter cone there, there, and there. And they're inside the guitar where you can't see them. Now, this guitar is way louder and has more of a balanced sound. And this guitar is made, you can see the neck on this guitar is a big square neck. So it's so big that you can't put your hand around it. You can't play it like a regular guitar. It's designed to be played sitting on your lap like this. And I'll play it. So
this is the tricone.
This is
yeah,
the
they
tricone.
want to hear it.
And
they want to hear it.
They want to hear it, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I'm reading it in chat. They said, please let Robin play.
Okay, I play this with a slide bar. Oh, there it is over there. Hang on a sec.
They want to hear it.
They want to hear it.
This guy is fascinating, folks. He's got all kinds of guitars. It's unbelievable.
Let me set up a good angle so you can see it real nice.
Oh, there you go. There you go. It is a radical looking guitar.
Whoa, got my finger stuck in the string.
You got it that time. Awesome. They are
So
just going crazy in the chat over this. And
good.
somebody said you wrote that. You came up with that all on your
The
own.
first song I wrote, the one Mortero Road,
Uh-huh.
that song I wrote. And then
Uh-huh.
the faster one that I started right after that is called Steel Guitar Rag. I think it's mostly been attributed to a steel guitar player in the 1930s named Leon McCullough that played with Bob Wills and the Texas Playboys. That's this melody. That one there.
Wow.
So I kind of have my own way of playing it, you know.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, and definitely I'm looking at the time. I know we got started tad late because, well, tech is, it is what it is for all of us. But I would love to have you back on here. The others have said they would love to have you back on.
I would love to be back on.
And you could explain more to us. I know you have other guitars. You know your whole the foot stomping thing that you do with your drum. You could talk about that. There's so much. There's so much. I mean, just the history. This man has so much history that he can tell us. Yes, 5 more minutes, Professor. She wants 5 more minutes. Okay, we will give 5 more minutes. We can do.
Sure,
I'm sure he's got other stuff to do today, so we can't keep him all day. Yeah,
okay.
Because you always say that at the end of your lives. I got stuff to do today.
Looks like Suze Baker wants to hear Bad Bot.
Okay.
Bad Bot was written because about the first year or the first few months I was on TikTok, I got a violation for like adult nudity and sexual violation of content. And I said, oh, okay, great. Let's see. And I looked at the video that they flagged, and it was just me playing guitar. I wasn't even singing. And I figured, you know what? I'm putting that in my resume. That's a great compliment to my guitar playing. If I can get flagged for sexual, promiscuity because I'm playing guitar, I think looks pretty damn good for a rock and roll musician or a blues man. So anyway, when I asked about it, they took the violation right off. In fact, I had one more since then for the same thing. And maybe you wonder if people just complain, or my friend Kyle, who I met on TikTok, who kind of became my tech advisor, he says it's probably just a bot, something that listens for words and it like flags and gives you a violation. So so that is what when I researched bot a little bit, that I found out that there's something called a zombie bot, which is like an infectious piece of malware that infects your computer, and it will send your data to another location, like the dark web. And a whole language and, a bunch of, what would you call it, expressions, words that they use to describe these different things amongst people that are involved in computers. So I wrote this song called Bad Bot.
Bad Bot. Okay.
I got a bad bot. I'll do it for you right now.
Hey, are you still needing beeswax? You were saying that yesterday.
Yeah.
Beeswax? You want people...
The beeswax thing got started because of the song that I do. I have a song called Slippery, and I said, I'm talking about this young lady, and she's got me, she's got me all messed up in my mind, right? She's got me all messed up like nobody's business. And how that turned into nobody's beeswax, just to be fun. And the next thing I knew it is that like there was this young lady in Sweden that would yell beeswax in the chat. And then the next thing you know, there's this young lady in Canada going beeswax. So I could always count on these two to shout out beeswax whenever I said that. And now everybody's doing it.
Okay, I gotta send you some audio files of beeswax
for Virginia. Yes. I'm getting beeswax from all over the place.
Okay.
In fact, one of my favorite actors, God, I can't remember his name now. Peter Ustinov was in this. I think it was called Evil Under the Sun. And it's like what do you call it? Like one of those murder mystery things, Agatha Christie's. And he's checking into this like really exclusive hotel, and the woman at the counter is giving him some kind of shit, and he says, I don't want anything from you. All I want is some beeswax for my shoes. And I go, whoa, my favorite actor just said beeswax.
Beeswax.
So,
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry to put you on beeswax, but we're going back to Bad Bot, everyone. So that's what he's going to do for us.
Let's see, Bad Bot.
Thank you.
I got a bad bot. That's what I got. Bad bot, and I would kid you not. A zombie bot is up inside of my head. A baby booger was eating a cornbread. Excuse me, doctor, can I get some malware protection? Doctor says, son, you're gonna need an injection. But doctor, what's got into my system? You've been betrayed by an algorithm. Come here, guitar. Now listen up, and I would tell you what, Jeb. We're gonna send your information to the dark web. Listen close and make no mistake. They're gonna know every move you make. I got a bad bot. That's what I got. Bad bot, and I would kid you not. Zombie bot is up inside of my head. A baby booger was eating a cornbread. In fact, the most recent good example I can give of a bot is I was on the internet the other day because I was writing a horn arrangement, and I couldn't remember what was the lowest note that you could play on a trombone. So I Google searched trombone range. And since then, I've been getting advertisements for trumpet lessons for the last month. And they must know that I'm 71 years old. So they're putting the data together because they're going, are you a trumpet player that's getting back into it after several years off? Like, and I'm going, give me a break. It makes me want to search about the things that I have no interest in, just so I'll see pictures of that, just to mess them up intentionally,
And as of being a former horn player myself back in the day,
okay,
there's a far cry between a trombone and a trumpet.
Yeah,
just
I would say
so.
They're just both brass instruments, and they both have a mouthpiece.
I know they're both. Yeah, but there's so much more between the two.
I know, because the other day I actually, I asked the trombonist that was playing with me, are there any offshoot instruments that you can play? Because a lot of times if you play saxophone, you can also finger a flute, or you could play alto sax.
Oh, yeah.
Or you can play other instruments that are slightly related, and clarinet. But for trombone, there's no.
Well, baritone. My ex used to like to try to play my baritone. Yeah,
okay.
Because he played trombone. Yeah. And those are similar, but I am a treble clef baritone reader. He was bass clef.
But a baritone is still a valve instrument, isn't it?
Yeah, but see, I could do trumpet and I could do baritone and I did French horn. Yeah, back in the day.
For you.
Yeah, I started on French horn.
What kind of music did you play?
Do what?
What kind of music did you play?
It was in band. That was just through, concert stuff. It wasn't orchestra things, local stuff. Wasn't anything professional. But
one of the bass players that used to play with me was formerly a trombonist back in the Army band, and she said that back in like New York State or someplace back on the East Coast, it was cold as hell, and they're on a bus and they're supposed to play at this football game, and it was so cold that the band leader came and told the band, you don't have to play out on the field, you can just play in the bus and we'll roll the windows down. Okay, so she's got the trombone, but she's got the slide part of the trombone out the window, and it froze while she was playing it.
Oh Lord. Yeah, and that cold, it'll change the tuning and everything.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Brass instruments have to stay warm.
Hey, well,
Yeah.
I want to thank you very much for.
Well, I want to thank you too. I want
Yeah.
to thank you so much, everybody. Let's give him a round of applause here in the chat. Because I'm looking at time. I know he's got to get going. He has stuff to do. That was censored for TT. He has stuff to do. But I really appreciate. We would love to have you back because there's so much more, folks. I had no idea how much we could just be shooting the stuff.
And we haven't even started in on you yet.
Yeah, right. We haven't. Oh, hey, I think I have a censor button. Hold on. I got this. Here we go. We're gonna be shooting a. Yeah, we're gonna be shooting a lot of in here in the future, right here on Chat and Chill. All right, everybody, bleep, bleep. Yeah, I need a lot of bleeps. Bleeps. Yes.
Bleep.
I did set it to adult today because I thought maybe a few of those might pop out, just because. Where's my rim shot? I don't know. But anyway, thank you so much. Thanks for being here, Robin. We definitely want you back. They're loving it. They're so, yeah.
Good.
They're just going crazy here in the chat for you.
Good deal.
And saying
Well,
you're the new favorite.
Oh, good. Thank you so much. Well, you can mention to everybody. I think some of my people already know that I'm doing one of those live streams. I do it at 8:00 in the morning every day. But apart from that, on Sunday, which is what, the 23rd? Yeah, April 23rd, Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a live stream for a couple of hours from a gig that I'm doing
It's
on a
Earth
mall
Day.
down. Say again?
I think, is that Earth Day? No, the 22nd is Earth Day. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
Anyway, so yeah, Sunday the 23rd. No, Sunday the 22nd. I'm gonna have to look.
No, I think it's 23rd. I think 22nd Saturday, which is Earth Day.
23rd. I'll be at a place called Seaport Village, which is a mall, and it's really fun. There's
okay. So you're going to be live streaming from a gig, everyone. You should see him from a gig. It's really good. Nicely done, Ironhead and Robin. You are amazing. He is amazing. We are just scratching the surface here, folks. So I know I gotta play our song out here. Hey, what you doing next Thursday, Robin?
Next Thursday?
Yeah, what you doing next Thursday? My guess may be a reschedule.
That's the 27th. Right now it looks like it's open. So if you want to do same time Thursday, just shoot me a message.
I'll let you know. I'll shoot you a message. Yeah, because that might work. Yeah, we might come up with something. I might have to reschedule
this is convenient
something
because I can finish my TikTok show at 9 and then jump into yours.
Or something else we could do. You could just stay in your TikTok.
Okay.
And I can invite you in as a co-host.
Okay.
And so but the only problem with that is you have two chats going at the same time. So your people would be in your chat and my people would be in my chat.
Oh, wow.
That's the only problem
with it. See all the chats together.
It's cool putting them together like this.
The comments?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, what's people in chat think? Do you want to try it separate or together? Let me know in the chat.
Yeah.
It takes about 10 seconds.
I think it's better to do it together because then all the chats are all in the same spot.
Yeah, everybody's together.
I mean, everybody wants to,
together is better for chat. It's what Storm said. Thank you for both. I'm hearing together. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what else comes up. So far, together is winning. Together keeps it simple. I agree. It does keep it simple. But I know a lot of people do that when they battle and stuff. I don't battle. Together's better. Okay. All right. So that seems to be the overwhelming consensus that they would like to do it together. So we'll let you know.
Okay,
we're
good.
going to do this together, folks. And we will do it. So let me play out the jingle, and we got to go because it's past time.
Okay.
He's got stuff to do.
You take care. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for all the gifts. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for being involved in the chat. And thank you for being here on the
Ironhead Chat and Chill Show.
Ironhead Chat and Chill Show. We'll see you next week. I got a song. Yeah. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Have a great weekend. Don't get in too much trouble. Well, okay. I said not too much. Have a good weekend, everyone. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. amazing. Yes, it was, Khaki Tail. Kathleen, it was. He's good. Black Media presents Sunny. Oh, is he here? Because we would like to have you on the show, Sunny. I missed you if you're here. He is? Sunny, we would love to have you on the show. Yeah, he is a pro. Yeah. We don't just get anybody that wants to get on here. We try to bring some really good professional musicians here on TikTok. You'll be amazed how many there are. Thank you, everyone. My squirrels. And you didn't get blocked. Lil Aaron has to sleep today. She worked last night, so she's sleeping. Oh, you're okay with being repetitive, Tiffy? I was trying to follow, and, sometimes you got to do that to me. It's okay. I'm all right with that. All right, everybody. We're going to have to go really for sure this time. Yeah, it's necessity and an active chat. Yeah, because it just rolls and it misses. So sometimes you have to repeat it. Yeah. Thank you, Storm. Thank you, everybody. Have a good weekend. People got stuff to do. Bye, everyone. Today's Thursday? Oh, it's bowling night for me. And no tables are going to get broken. Storm. Thank you, Teresa. Right? Bye-bye, everyone. Goodbye.